Here's a question that keeps homeowners up at night. Your roof just turned 21 years old, a storm rolls through, and now you need to file a claim. Will your insurance company actually pay for a new roof? Or will they hand you a check for a fraction of what it costs and call it a day? The honest answer is, it depends. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly what it depends on, so you're not caught off guard when that adjuster shows up. Let's start with the biggest factor, how your policy actually pays out. There are two main types of coverage, and the difference between them is huge. The first is replacement cost value, often shortened to RCV. This means the insurance company pays what it actually costs to replace your roof today, materials and labor included, regardless of how old the roof is. This is the coverage every homeowner wants. The second is actual cash value, or ACV. This one factors in depreciation. That's just a fancy word for wear and tear over time. So if your roof is 20 years old and has, say, 60% of its useful life already used up, the insurance company might only pay you 40% of the replacement cost. The rest comes out of your pocket. Here's the twist a lot of homeowners don't realize. Many insurance companies automatically switch older roofs from replacement cost to actual cash value once the roof hits a certain age, often somewhere between 10 and 20 years, depending on the insurer and the state you live in. So even if you started with great coverage, your roof's age alone might have quietly downgraded your policy over time. That's why the very first thing you should do, before you ever need to file a claim, is call your insurance agent and ask directly, is my roof currently covered under replacement cost or actual cash value? Don't guess. Get it in writing, or at least get a clear verbal confirmation you can reference later. Now let's talk about what actually triggers a payout in the first place, because age alone is not a reason for a claim. Insurance typically covers sudden, accidental damage. Think hailstorms, wind damage, a tree branch crashing through, or damage from a covered storm event. What insurance almost never covers is gradual deterioration. That means normal aging, wear from sun exposure, granule loss, or a roof that's simply worn out from being 20+ years old with no specific storm event tied to the damage. So if an adjuster comes out and determines your roof failed because of age and lack of maintenance rather than a specific covered event, don't expect a check. That's considered a maintenance issue, and homeowners are responsible for maintenance, the same way you're responsible for replacing worn brake pads on a car. This is where warning signs matter. If you've had a recent storm, document everything as soon as possible. Look for missing or cracked shingles, granules collecting in your gutters, dents on metal vents or flashing, and any active leaks inside the house. Take photos and videos right away, from the ground if it's not safe to get on the roof yourself. That documentation becomes your evidence that the damage is storm-related, not just old age catching up with the roof. Now, what about cost if insurance only partially covers you or denies the claim entirely? A full roof replacement on an average home might realistically range somewhere between $8,000 and $25,000, depending heavily on your roof size, materials, and local labor costs. That's a wide range, and it really is just a ballpark, so get a couple of local quotes to know what's realistic in your area. If your policy has shifted to actual cash value, you could be responsible for a meaningful chunk of that cost yourself, sometimes thousands of dollars out of pocket. So what should you actually do with all this information? First, review your policy now, not after a storm. Find out your coverage type and whether there's an age-based depreciation schedule. Second, keep records of your roof's age, materials, and any maintenance or repairs. If you don't know your roof's exact age, check your home inspection report from when you bought the house, or ask the roofing contractor who last worked on it. Third, if a storm does hit, document damage quickly and thoroughly before you call your insurer, and definitely before any contractor pressures you to sign something. And fourth, when you do talk to a contractor, ask specific questions. Are they licensed and insured in your state? Will they meet the adjuster in person during the inspection? Can they provide a written, itemized estimate rather than a vague number? Be cautious of any contractor who shows up uninvited after a storm, pressures you to sign a contract on the spot, or tells you not to talk to your insurance company. Those are classic red flags of storm-chasing scams that target homeowners right after severe weather. At the end of the day, insurance isn't designed to replace an old roof just because it's old. It's designed to cover sudden damage. Knowing the difference now, before anything happens, puts you in a much stronger position later. If you're trying to figure out the actual size of your roof or estimate materials before getting quotes, check out our free Roofing Squares calculator, linked right in the description. It takes just a couple minutes and gives you real numbers to work with when you're talking to contractors or your insurance company. If this video helped clear things up, give it a like and subscribe to Roof Explained for more straight-talk roofing advice. No sales pitch, just what you actually need to know.